of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Hello and welcome to episode 57. I am MOSH, and let's just start off with the Super Bowl real quick. So last week I made a prediction that the Chiefs would win 38-32. So I was right about the Chiefs winning, but I was wrong about the score. And guessing the Chiefs to win isn't like a big deal. You have a 50-50 shot. There's two teams. But I'm kind of glad I got the score wrong, because in the comment section of the YouTube video I said if my prediction was correct, that I would start a separate sports-only podcast. So I was kind of getting a little nervous because I can't do that right now. Maybe down the road I will do one, but as of right now, I just don't have the time to do that. Like, I'm still trying to figure out the changes I want to do for this one. The new name, logo, all that stuff. So then to add another one and do that all over again, it's just too much right now. But maybe in the future, we will do a sports-only podcast separate from this one, so they will both exist. I was thinking about having the fifth segment on this podcast be sports related and have three topics: video games, music, and sports, since those are my three interests in life. But I don't know if I want to do that because it just might be too much. And then, you got the gaming side of it, and gamers, sports, it's physical activity. They don't really go hand in hand. A lot of gamers do love sports, though. I'm not trashing everyone, but there are a good chunk of gamers that don't even want anything to do with sports. And then I would also have to find another way of getting information, because although I do watch sports, all the main sports in America, I watch basketball, baseball, football, and hockey. I only watch my teams, and I don't think people would want to hear me talk about Arizona sports teams all the time. You would want to hear about what is going on around the leagues. So I would need to find other ways of getting that information, watch some highlight videos, and just see what's going on. So yeah, down the line, maybe, just not right now. Also, congrats to the Chiefs on winning the Super Bowl. Congrats to Andy Reid on finally getting that championship. The young stud Patrick Mahomes. Madden curse, there ain't no Madden curse. And I guess congratulations to Tyrann Mathieu. He used to play for us, and then when he left, it wasn't on good terms. I think he said he felt a little underappreciated. I was like, what? Underappreciated? You went in the third round of the draft where every single team passed on you. And then the Cardinals were like, you know what? Let's just take a chance. Then you tore your ACL. They still kept you. You tore your ACL again. They still kept you. And after the second ACL tear, they hand you a nice contract. And if I'm not mistaken, they handed him that contract before he saw the field again. So they didn't even know if he was going to be good or return to his former self. I don't know many teams that would offer you a contract after 2 ACL tears, but underappreciated. The only good thing about that, though, is I have his autograph, so I guess the value of it just went up. Anywhoozles, Patrick Mahomes, a product of Cliff Kingsbury, who is the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, who coached Mr. Mahomes in college. Kyler Murray wins Offensive Rookie of the Year the other day. All the pieces of the puzzle are coming together. See you in the Super Bowl next year. Alright, moving on. So there wasn't a whole lot to talk about this week, and the things I do have to talk about, I'm just going to breeze through. So I'm kind of trying to find other things to fill up time. Because for some reason I said that a minimum an episode should be is 20 minutes long. So I'm trying to stick to that. So it might be a little random today. And I saw this thing about all of the fetishes in America by each state. Now, I'm not going to go over each state in this. I'm not going to go over all 50. It would take too long. But I just want to point a few out. So my state is latex, which is whatever. I mean, compared to other states, I guess that's one of the better ones you can get. But, for example, Oregon, used underwear? Why? Why do you like used underwear? Oh, and Missouri as well. Missouri and Oregon. Both into that used underwear. Okay. Nevada. Armpits. What? Oh, and Indiana. Nevada and Indiana. Super into armpits. Okay. Pennsylvania and Virginia are into balloons. What are you doing with balloons? If someone's making a balloon animal, that turns you on? Or what? Are you sticking part of a balloon in your butt, ripping farts and trying to blow it up? Are you rubbing balloon on your head to get like the staticky with your hair? Like what are you doing with balloons? What is this balloon epidemic going on over here? Hey, that's on the east side too. Like, you guys are into balloons? On the west side? I don't know. Like, a lot of these actually kind of make sense for their states. I'm not even shocked. Florida, a little disappointed. It says piercings. I think it'd be better if Florida was into Florida. But hey, you can't win them all. Anyway, if you want to see what your state is, just Google, like, fetish map of America or something. If you want. I saw it on Twitter, okay? I didn't, like, search this up out of my own curiosity. Alright, filled up some more time there. Let's get on to gaming. We have the free PlayStation Plus games for the month of February 2020. First up, we have BioShock, the collection. So last month, we had the Nation. Holy moly, the Nathan Drake collection. Now, this month, we have the BioShock collection. From the undersea city of Rapture to the airborne metropolis of Columbia, BioShock the Collection takes players on monumental journeys through awe-inspiring, deceptively dangerous places that are simply unforgettable. BioShock the Collection features all 3 games in this award-winning series, BioShock, BioShock 2, and BioShock Infinite, remastered in 1080p, including all single-player add-on content. That's pretty good. The other game that is free is The Sims 4. The Sims is celebrating its 20th birthday this February, and you're invited to join the party. Now's your chance to play with life in The Sims 4, where you can unleash your imagination and create Sims in a unique world that's an expression of you. So I played Sims 4 on PC because it was free for a bit on there, and I did a couple streams of it probably a couple weeks ago at this point, and it can definitely get interesting. So I named my character Steel Dathunda. Dathunda being D''Thunda. Started chatting up this girl, and I was like, hey, you want some of Dathunda? She's my wife now. I named our house the Thunderdome, and everything's great. And there's a third game this week, Firewall Zero Hour, which is a PlayStation VR game. So if you have VR, then you get a free game. Okay, so the PS5 section of the PlayStation website is now live. There's obviously not much on it. It just shows the PS5 logo, says PlayStation 5 is coming, launches holiday 2020. It then goes on to say, we've begun to share some of the incredible features you can expect from PlayStation 5, but we're not quite ready to fully unveil the next generation of PlayStation. Sign up below to be among the first to receive updates as we announce them, including news on the PS5 release date, PS5 price, and the upcoming roster of PS5 launch games. And then it just shows the sign up for your email and all that stuff. I mean, if you sign up, you're not going to get some secret news. Once news comes out, everybody's going to know about it. So if you want to sign up, you can. If not, then don't. But we are getting one step closer. Also, there was an investor call, and they kind of talked about the price. They didn't give the exact price, but they were just kind of mentioning things and what goes into it. They said, first, we must absolutely control the labor cost, the personnel cost, it must be controlled, and the initial ramp up, how much we can prepare initially. We will work on the production and the sales, and we will have to prepare the right volume as we launch this. What is not very clear or visible is because we are competing in the space, so it's very difficult to discuss anything about the price at this point of time. And depending upon the price level, we may have to determine the promotion that we are going to deploy and how much costs we are prepared to pay. It's a balancing act, and it's very difficult to say anything concrete at this point in time, but when I said smooth transition, we mean that we will definitely choose the optimal approach, and that we will try to have the best balance so that we will be profitable during the life of this product. So I think they're just kind of waiting to see what Microsoft does with the Xbox Series X, and probably just try to price it very similar. I think they're just being cautious, which there's nothing wrong with that. Just gotta play it safe. Because I don't think they want to, give a price point and then Xbox is $100 cheaper or something. We will know everything in due time. Alright, now moving on to Rockstar. They're handing out some goodies, and by the time this goes up, some of them are already over, but if you act soon, you can still take advantage of these. So this is what Rockstar had to say on their little blog, post, site, thing, whatever. We'd like to thank our entire community and all the incredible players we have in both games for another record-breaking holiday season for both Grand Theft Auto Online and Red Dead Online. Everyone from the heist crews, stunters, and racers in GTA Online to the moonshiners, bounty hunters, traders, and collectors of Red Dead Online, along with all the players happy to wander, explore, and create their own adventures in both worlds, we thank you for helping to build some of the best gaming communities around. Okay, I have an issue with that. Best gaming communities around? You have some of the worst gaming communities. The GTA community is not. The players of that game are some of the worst griefers ever. Red Dead's not as bad. I rarely ever get griefed in that game, but GTA? Thanks to you all, Grand Theft Auto Online is entering its 7th year, more popular than ever. After breaking records for daily, weekly, and monthly average players in July and August consecutively following the release of the Diamond Casino and Resort, the December launch of the Diamond Casino Heist broke even those records, bringing players back in bigger numbers than ever before over the holiday period. The back-to-back release of these two colossal updates, the biggest GTA Online has ever seen, also made December 2019 our largest month ever in terms of player numbers. We also want to extend a massive thank you to all the YouTubers out there who played, created, and commented on GTA 5 content throughout the year. 2019 was GTA 5's biggest year ever for views on YouTube, while GTA 5 videos also hit a new record for engagement via likes and comments in the week ending January 12th, kicking off the new year in a huge way. It's great to see so many talented creators who inspire and entertain helping to share the fun and possibilities of these games with the entire world. Meanwhile, the untamed open spaces of Red Dead Online moved out of beta in 2019 and began to forge its own path to becoming a dynamic online world as we optimized animation speeds and controls for better PvP combat, added anti-griefing measures, infused additional life into the world with new free roam activities, and introduced the Outlaw Pass for a whole new system of rewards and improved progress. As the year went on, players had even more reasons to immerse themselves in the world and their characters with the introduction of the first 4 of many frontier pursuits, the Bounty Hunter, Trader, Collector, and Moonshiner, allowing players to progress through multiple roles simultaneously while earning new role-specific skills, clothing, weapons, and other items along the way. These changes and additions helped push Red Dead Online to a new peak in player numbers in December following the release of the Moonshiners update, topping those numbers again in January. With 2 distinct worlds now alive and thriving, we are very fortunate to have such a dedicated fan base that travels with us on this journey as both continue to expand and evolve with new types of gameplay, new stories, and much more to experience over the coming year. Alright, now on to the actual rewards. To celebrate these milestones, we will be offering huge bonuses in both games. GTA Online will feature bonus cash of up to $2 million in its biggest cash giveaway yet. Starting on January 30th, you can earn $1 million just by playing before February 5th, and you will be able to earn another $1 million by playing between February 6th and February 13th. So if you want to get that first $1 million, you need to play right now. So the first $1 million between January 30th and February 5th, the second $1 million February 6th to February 13th. Red Dead Online players will receive a series of gifts including free access to select roles, special role item giveaways, and much more. Play between January 28th and February 3rd to get a free Schofield revolver, a free varmint rifle, and devastating ammo bundle. That is already over, so if you didn't cash in on that, I am sorry. Play between February 4th and February 10th, and you get a free Bounty Hunter license, 25 bolas, and 25 tracking arrows. So if you play between the 4th and the 10th, you get the Bounty Hunter role for free. It's also the worst role of the 4, so have fun. The Collector role is the best, and no one can tell me otherwise. You get so much XP and money out of it, nothing's better. And now the future of these games. There's still so much more to come in 2020. Next up for GTA Online is the addition of an open wheel racing series featuring all new vehicle types. With tense, high-speed, track-based racing where tight cornering, tactical tire choices, and perfectly timed pit stops make every second count. Plus, expect more big updates and a few surprises as we move forward into the year. As we have hinted at in the past, the world of Red Dead Online will also continue to grow in 2020 as we expand the concept of frontier pursuits with additional roles, new missions, and many more significant updates to come. Whether you have been away for a while or have never had a chance to play before, there has never been a better time to immerse yourself in these two vast and unique living online worlds. Once again, a gigantic and heartfelt thank you to everyone who has joined us in this ongoing journey. Stay tuned to the Rockstar Newswire for all the latest on future updates and much more. Or just stay tuned here because I'll probably tell you. So yeah, GTA and Red Dead continuing to thrive, big things coming. Will GTA 5 ever end? No. Not until GTA 6 comes out. Alright, so let's move on to music. I said there's not much happening, okay? You were warned. I just want to know what's up with the band Dead. Like I talked about them last week because of the album art thing. But like, what's really going on? Because I just want to know something. I want to know what the word soon means to people. Because when Slipknot was teasing their music video, they're like, oh, it's coming soon. And it took a month and a half. And then Dead's like, we have new music coming very soon. And it's been a month and there's still nothing. What does soon mean? Because to me, it means like 1 day to a week. 1 to 7 days to me is soon. Not a month or longer. What world are these people living in? What world am I? Am I the crazy one? Maybe I'm living in the weird world. But a month or longer is not soon. Anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up is because they can make things right. Now, new music is usually released on a Friday. More often than not, albums drop on Fridays. And singles. Sometimes a single will come out in the middle of the week, but it's usually on Fridays. Now, my birthday this year is on a Friday. And the timing of this actually works out really well. My birthday is on March 27th. Write that down in your calendar, don't forget. So if they announce the album in the next week or so, it could actually line up for a March 27th release. That would be destiny right there. A local band that I'm very excited about, that I talk about a lot, releasing an album on my birthday. Come on. It's meant to happen. Just putting it out there, speaking it into existence. And of course, being born on March 27th makes me an Aries. Let's go ahead and check out the characteristics of an Aries as we try to fill up more time here. This is called Stalling for Time. Alright, if you are born between March 21st and April 19th, you are an Aries. Our element is fire. I mean, come on, it makes sense, right? Born in Phoenix. I talk about the gradient of yellow to red because it looks like fire. Phoenix, fire. Coincidence? I think not. Quality, Cardinal. What's the name of our football team? The Arizona Cardinals. Coincidence? No. Color? Red. What's my favorite color? Red. Coincidence? Forget about it. Day? Tuesday. The podcast is uploaded every Tuesday. Coincidence? No. Ruler? Mars. You better believe Big Daddy Mars be holding it down. I'm basically the chosen one. Greatest overall compatibility, Libras and Leos. Also says something about Sagittarius. Those Sags. Strengths. Courageous. Determined. Confident. Enthusiastic. Optimistic. Honest. Passionate. 100% accurate. Weaknesses. Impatient. Moody. Short-tempered. Impulsive. Aggressive. 100% accurate. Aries likes comfortable clothes, taking on leadership roles, physical challenges, individual sports. Aries dislikes inactivity, delays, work that does not use one's talents. As the first sign in the zodiac, the presence of Aries always marks the beginning of something energetic and turbulent. They are continuously looking for dynamic, speed, and competition, always being the first in everything from work to social gatherings. It is in their nature to take action, and sometimes before they think about it well. How to attract the Aries man. Independence is the key to understanding an Aries, for they don't like to take orders from others. True. In order to seduce an Aries man, you need to learn to play the game by his rules. This man often finds the chase for the subject of his desire more thrilling than the catch. His conquering nature makes him often chase after partners he can't have. To get his attention, one must play hard to get, as if sending a message that he needs to fight for a prize and winning the one he truly wants to be with. Yeah, I'm going to disagree with this one. Please don't play hard to get. I mean, don't be so easy where it's like you would hook up with any guy ever, but you don't need to be like raid boss difficulty. Just like a nice normal difficulty, okay? Then it says A for assertive, R for refreshing, I for independent, E for energetic, and S for sexy. I agree with that. So all I got from this is that we're cocky, courageous, confident, and maybe a little moody. Nothing about being funny though, which is a real swift kick to the crotch if you think about it. So I'm going to move on. We have some good news about Dave Mustaine from Megadeth. He is 100% cancer-free and has been since October. Megadeth is back on the road, which I didn't even know that they were playing shows. I didn't know they had anything booked. The other day I just saw some concert photos, so it's good that they're back on the road. It says he underwent 51 radiation treatments and 9 chemotherapy treatments, so he is good to go, which is great. And then James Hetfield of Metallica got out of rehab recently, and he looks good, so that's great. Now on to some Trivium stuff. So I've been thinking, ever since this tweet went out from Mr. Matthew, he's been doing this cover of Toss a Coin to Your Witcher from the Witcher Netflix series. He streams on Twitch a lot, and this is a tweet he sent out on January 31st. He said that the cover is mixed and ready to be heard, and this will be the only time on that day's stream that you can hear it. It won't be available till mid-year on all music outlets. And that was the interesting part, is if you have this done and it's ready to go, why are you going to wait until the middle of the year to release it? The new album. This is probably going to be a bonus track on the new album. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because why else would you hold on to something? If it's done and ready to go for the world to hear, and you're like, nah, let's wait some months and then release it. It's got to be the new album. Just has to be. I think that was his hint right there, that the album could drop in summer, and like no one's getting it. Because I'm looking through the replies and no one is even mentioning the album, or no one's even questioning why he's going to wait till summer to release this. So I'm just going to go ahead and say new Trivium album this summer. And then lastly, we have Loathe, who are releasing the new album this Friday. And I'm wondering if this could be the sleeper hit of the year. Because last year, that went to Fever 333, because going into 2019, they weren't really on my radar. I heard their single Burn It, and then I was like, oh, that sounds cool. And then on YouTube, they had some live shows recommended to me, and I heard 2 of the other songs, which sounded great. I was like, wow, I need to hear the studio version of these. So I did when the album came out, and then the whole album was great, so they went from band not really on my radar to being my second favorite album of last year. And I feel like Loathe could be that band for this year. Not on my radar going into this year, but the songs they've released so far have been really good. So their new album this Friday could be the sleeper hit of 2020. So definitely gonna check that out. I believe Lamb of God will be releasing a new song this week as well. I got an email from them and it shows lyrics to a song called Checkmate. And then when you go to their website, it says February 6th. So, new song dropping on the 6th called Checkmate. If I put my detective hat on, that is the conclusion I come to. I just got done saying how singles and albums come out on Friday, and then now this song, if it does come out on the 6th, that would be Thursday. Or maybe we get like a sneak peek on Thursday and it's officially released on Friday. I don't know, whatever. We'll see. Only a couple days away. Looks like it's going to be a political song though. American politics, you know. That one thing. Now it's time for my weekly pick of the week. I'm going to recommend the YouTube channel of Gojira's drummer, Mario Duplantier. He just started it a couple weeks ago. He only has a few videos, a couple drum solos, and then a couple other short clips. I'll put a link to one of the solos in the description, and then you can check out the rest of it if you want. Anyway, he's a really, really, really good drummer, freakishly good. And his channel could take off if he uploads, you know, tutorials or lessons or anything like that. He could do pretty well for himself, but I don't know if he will because they got a new album, he's got a tour. I mean, he's probably pretty busy. But hopefully he keeps uploading and doing things because, like I said, he's really good. So check him out. Alright, on to my weird story of the week. A man whose headaches were so painful they made him vomit has finally found the source of his health problem. A tapeworm had been lodged in his brain for 10 years. Doctors in Texas think the tapeworm had been growing slowly ever since the man, named only as Gerardo, contracted it from eating undercooked pork in Mexico more than a decade ago. Pro tip, if you ever go to Mexico, do not drink the water there. Explosive diarrhea, don't do it. All the people that live there, they've evolved over time to adjust to it. Do not eat anything that is rinsed in water. So like don't eat an apple because you have to wash fruit. So anything rinsed in water there, don't eat it and don't drink the water. You're welcome. Actually, if you want to avoid all these things, just don't go to Mexico. Problem solved. Gerardo said he had been having headaches and feeling off for months before he had an MRI scan after fainting while playing football last year. Describing the pain of his headaches, it's very intense, very strong because it made me sweat too. Sweat from the pain in the head, and then I would vomit from the pain. Man, Gerardo has a way with words. Dr. Jordan Amadio, a neurosurgeon at Ascension Seton in Austin, said the case was rare and truly extraordinary. In certain regions of the country, like Texas and California, this can be more common. It is not commonly seen and can actually masquerade as different things. Several kinds of tapeworms cause the parasitic infection Taniasis? I don't know what that word is. Oh god, there's a picture of it. Why would you put a picture? Jesus. Eating raw or undercooked beef or pork is the primary risk factor for becoming affected. Most people with tapeworm infections have no symptoms or only mild symptoms. After a complex surgery to remove the tapeworm, Gerardo said he was back to his normal self and had returned to work. A tapeworm had also been found in his sister's brain years earlier. Okay, great. Anyway, that's going to be it for me this week. You can go ahead and listen on Apple, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, YouTube. Links in the description. You can follow me on Twitter where I post nonsense. You can follow me on Twitch where I live stream games. You can join the Discord where we talk about just whatever. Links in the description as well. And that's just about it for me this week. So I'll talk to you again next week. Later.